Who says this to people? Stop saying this to people. Please, please stop telling people that you accidentally... Hi, I'm Hannah, the Wife Without Kids. This channel is all about building a positive and non-judgmental community for people like you who have made the choice to live a child-free life. As a child-free person, do you ever feel that people don't see your choice to live child-free as very beneficial or valuable? It can be really easy to come to this conclusion because of all of the questions and comments that are directed at us when people find out that we're child-free. Those comments and questions can often be intrusive, uncomfortable, judgmental, and a little bit rude. I asked this question on my Instagram, and I got a lot of responses. In this video, I'm going to share the things that people need to stop saying to child-free people. Oh, but come on, kids are such a joy. If you do not want to be a parent, having kids would not be a joyful experience. In fact, joyful is probably the last word I would use to describe someone who becomes a parent that does not want to be a parent. Oh, hair. When money is tight, you'll figure out the costs, and things will just take care of themselves. This one really rubs me the wrong way because I am such a planner when it comes to finances and I follow a budget. So to just think about winging it and, we'll just figure it out when it happens, I can't even. This stresses me out to think that parents just wing it and don't have a financial plan, because I think you should always have a financial plan, not just with kids, with basically life.
I declare bankruptcy!
Once the child is here, you will learn to love them. I mean, yes, for some people this is true, and I have heard people who say they had no desire to be a parent and then they got pregnant and they had their baby and, things turned out and they didn't realize how much they could love a little baby. But let's be honest, if you start out that journey really not wanting kids, it just might not turn out like that. I mean, those are best case scenarios, but it's not like that for everybody. And if you really don't love your kid the way that a parent who desired a child would love their kid, it's really to the detriment of the child, and that's just not fair. Ooh, Robin. It's just a phase and you'll get over it. Like the way that people get over fashion phases or hairstyles? I don't really think so. This is talking about a human life, somebody that you are going to be responsible for a really, really long time. You can't just on a whim turn your feelings off and on. It doesn't work like that. But you would make such a good parent.
False.
What do people base that off of? The fact that I can interact with children and they like me and they think I'm fun? The fact that I can make their kid laugh? I think the start of a good parent is somebody that actually wants to be a parent. That is the start of the definition of a good parent. Sometimes people want kids. Doesn't always necessarily mean that they are good parents. If you're going to start on the journey of having a child, you should actually really want that child. Assuming that somehow you're just going to slide into the role of being a parent and everything's going to be perfect and wind up okay is very naive. Just in case you're thinking I might have a fancy setup, I don't. Simple stand and a bucket. That was dirty, that I wiped off before I sat on it. I think there's something in my hair. Okay, hang on. I feel it. Yeah, there's something in my hair. Okay, whatever. By the time I was your age, I already had 4 kids. Good for you. I'm my age and I have 0 kids because I don't want any. Who will take care of you when you're old? You'll regret your choice when you're old and have no one to look after you. I made a video about that right here. Go ahead and check it out. What if your future husband wants kids? Well, then he's not the future husband that's right for me, because my future husband isn't going to want kids. And in fact, my future husband, or current husband, I guess, I'm already married, he doesn't want kids either. Why would you even get married if you're not going to have kids?
That's a ridiculous question.
Marriage is not just reserved for people who are going to procreate and have children. People who don't want kids are allowed to get married. Marriage is all about 2 people who decide they want to spend their lives together. It doesn't necessarily have anything to do with children, unless of course you want it to. You don't know what you want. Eventually you're going to change your mind. How are so many people sure that I'm going to change my mind? They don't even know me. I mean, they don't know me that well. How can a stranger or someone I don't know very well know me better than I know myself? Look, there are people that change their minds, absolutely 100%, and it's okay to change your mind. If you decide after a while, hey, you know what, I want to be a mom, I want to be a dad, I want kids, there's totally nothing wrong with that. You're allowed to change your mind, but just because some people change their mind doesn't mean everybody's going to change their mind, and it's okay to not change your mind. Accidents happen. I hope you accidentally get pregnant. Who says this? Who says this to people? Stop saying this to people. Please, please stop telling people that you accidentally want them to get pregnant when they don't want to be parents. That is not something that we should be saying to people, like, ever. It's different when it's your own child. Well, of course it's going to be different if it's your own child. Most parents love their own children better than they love somebody else's children because you made the child. You were pregnant with the child, you birthed the child. You're going to feel a different connection to your own child than you would somebody else's. But that doesn't mean that the idea of having a child is going to change your mind just because it's your own child. Maybe some people don't like kids. I mean, that's not the case for me, but some people just don't like kids. There are plenty of parents who don't particularly like their own children. He's going to leave you eventually and start a family. Trying to threaten or scare people into having children is so completely inappropriate. I'm pretty sure most couples have the talk of whether or not they want kids long before they decide to be together. So their partner already knows, and more than likely if they're together, their partner is on board with that decision. It's not something that the woman just tricked the man into, or that the man is going to trick the woman into getting pregnant so that he can feel fulfilled. People are having these conversations together and they are deciding together to not have children. So please, please don't say this to people. What else are you going to do with life? There's no meaning to life if you don't have kids. That is one person's opinion. It is just not a fact. People can feel fulfilled and have meaning in life doing a variety of different things. I'm not even going to start mentioning anything here because there are a million ways that you can feel satisfied in life. And for some people that means kids, and for other people it means no kids. What do my parents think about my choice to not have kids? Well, I am an adult, which means I get to make that choice for myself. My parents wanted kids, and so they had me and my siblings. I choose not to have kids. At the end of the day, you are an adult and you get to make that decision. Can your parents have an opinion? Sure. But that doesn't mean that's going to change your mind, nor should it change your mind. You get to make the decision all on your own.
You understand that what I'm telling you is a universal truth.
So you might be asking yourself, how can somebody even feel valuable when you get these constant negative remarks said to you? Here's how. You're valuable just because you are you. The fact that you are a human being that walks on the earth, that is an individual, makes you valuable. Other people's opinions of you do not make you valuable. Lately, there's been a lot of talk that us child-free people are causing a crisis in the US because birth rates are plummeting. To see my thoughts on that topic, go ahead and click the video that appears on your screen. Thanks so much for watching. Remember, you are never alone, and I will see you next week.